I went into my local Target and what I saw wasn't good. Hey everybody, Scott Walters, buckle up, strap in. I got a hard-hitting pull, no punches, no sugarcoating, no rainbows, no sunshine. I'm just going to give it to you and give it to you straight. We got a good one to unpackage today. Buckle up, strap in, hold on to your hats and your glasses as I blow the lid off the U.S. economy and the U.S. housing market. Why ask? Well, of course, I'm going to tell you they're tied together. If we lose one, we lose them both, and they're both under attack as we speak. If you're new, please subscribe. Subscribe right away. Never been a more important time in history to get centered and surrounded with like-minded people. Iron will sharpen iron. We're going to sharpen a little economic, social, and political iron today, it would appear. So many of you have seen, in fact, I started another channel because this channel really is designed for economic awareness, really geared towards the U.S. housing market because it's the biggest asset class in the world. And I really want to protect people because typically when the housing market exhibits bubble behavior, that's not a good sign. It's just not a good sign. We can't really sugarcoat that. And we're always going to continue to do that because as I work in real estate, own and operate real estate, work in real estate, help you with your real estate, and monitor the health and the fitness of the biggest asset class in the world that's capable of taking down the U.S. economy in a split second. It's done it before. It will do it again. It's never been if. It's always been when. I would say this time has some crash risk, but what I'm seeing now is a lot of systemic failure because one of the things that happened, it all circles back to the crisis, of course. I think for a lot of us, it's in our rearview mirror now. We're just trying to deal with all these other issues that are in front of us. A lot of distractions, really. But I did start another channel. I'll link it in the description below if any of you do want to go there. And it's really designed to be more politically and socially charged so we can examine a little bit of that over there. So whether, I don't know how long we'll do this channel, if it'll continue, but it is up, it is running, and we're tackling some of these issues. Today we're going to scratch a little bit of an issue that is trending right now, and we're going to wrap our heads around it on how it's going to potentially play a part in the economic fabric of the economy and the markets and the housing market as well. So many of you know Target has embraced, how am I going to tackle this one, gang? Pride Month. Pride Month is June, it would appear. I didn't even know until I watched some of this news. I'm like, oh, okay, well, whatever. And I try not to get too politically and socially charged, although I do have a political, social, and in fact, moral compass, and I know many of you do as well, so congratulations. But what I'm seeing here as we read between the lines and look between the cracks, I see a lot of companies like Bud Light we saw failed with their marketing campaign. We continue to see, Disneyland suffer with some of their blowback on where the direction they've taken their company. Well, Target has apparently, they're doing the same thing over as the rest of these companies, expecting a different result. And that's the definition of insanity. I wouldn't touch these topics with a 10-foot pole if I had investors to protect. I'm not going to gamble with people's financial futures. And if you're in business, you're there to make profits. So why are companies doing what Target, Bud Light, Disneyland, and many others are doing? Is it just to get their names trending? Any publicity is good publicity? Quite possibly. But today I almost had to wear a disguise. I went into a Target. My adult son, he needed we were hanging out. He's like, hey, can we go over to Target? I got to get a birthday card for one of my buddies. And then I forgot all about this issue until it was right there front and center in my face. And something kind of a light bulb went off for me. And I said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and get the camera out. Let's go ahead and document a little of this and see if we can bring it to the channel to raise a little awareness. So let's jump over to a local Target. Then we're going to meet back here to wrap this one up. Let's get started. All right, welcome into our local Target. And what do we see here? A clearance section. And what found its way onto the clearance rack? You guessed it. Budweiser. Budweiser gambled with their financial future and are paying the price in a big, big way. And here we go, friends. If you want to take a look at what the clearance section's probably going to be having on its shelves next, this is what you could probably expect as, again, politics find their way into business and in merchandising. Quite possibly the kiss of death. Let's get back to the studio so we can wrap this one up. All right, friends, welcome back. So there you go. This is what's going on now. You would think, who's running these companies? Who's the genius? You just saw you have Bud Light shirts stacked up. No, I mean, not even Budweiser, not even Bud Light, just anything Budweiser associated with Bud Light is getting clearanced out. And that wasn't even as politically charged as the Pride Month merch that they have in there. As the Pride Month merch is targeted at some level towards children. Bud Light's targeted at adults. This is targeted at children. My fear if I'm Target is we're going to be having all this stuff sitting on clearance as well. Their whole store, I bet you their stocks are tanking as we speak. Let us know in the comments below, please. Some of you guys that chase the stock market, let us know what their stocks are doing. My guess is Target could find themselves the next company and store on the chopping block, as we're not even in official recession yet. So let me just tell you, friends, how this is going to tie in potentially to your local housing market. Oh, Scott, this isn't going to touch the local housing market. This is just some socially and politically charged topic. It's going to tie into the housing market, of course. Well, first of all, if a recession gets ushered in, which it clearly looks like it is, that touches the housing market every time. Second thing is these big box stores. We've already heard Walmart shutting down a lot of stores and select locations, and that'll be a trend. They're not reopening. They ain't coming back. If anything, more closed down. Target could be next. If it can happen to Walmart, it could happen. I don't see. Has Walmart got a Pride Month display in their store? I don't know. They probably learned their lesson. Target just gambled with their financial future is what I've seen right here. And if they start closing stores in cities near you, that's an eyesore for the neighborhood. It doesn't help house values. Let me just tell you, when I'm driving clients around, I avoid the streets that have big, empty, suck-in air commercial properties. And there's plenty going on right now as we speak, even where I live in California, an episode of $1 Million Listing, the Wild West. Just insane amount of empty commercial real estate. So I believe, personally, Target, you gambled with your financial future. You chased a trend. You let kids run your company. You're already clearancing items that were failed, that tried this before, and you ushered it in again, but even worse. In final thoughts, I come to you as a friend, as a content creator. Somebody wants to see you not only win in real estate, win in life. And this is what I'm talking about when I say win in life. Be ultra aware, ultra hypersensitive, ultra forward thinking right now. Don't minimize these things. Don't ignore these things. Don't just think that they can't touch somehow the economy. They will. This is a sign basically of desperation. Companies trying to do whatever they can to jump onto any trend, to juice it for money, even if it means compromising their moral compass. Always keep your moral compass intact. I'm going to continue to blow the lid off this thing every step of the way, because it's not only what we need, it's in fact what we deserve. If you appreciate the content, I want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Social media links in the description of this video if you'd like to contact me there, along with links to channels I've appeared on I think you might enjoy, as well as other channels that I've created. Also, if you're watching from your television set today and you enjoyed this video, I think you're going to love the next video on your screen, and there's an easy subscribe icon for your convenience. As always, thank you for your time. Please go make it count today. I'll see you on the next video.